Halloween is around the corner, and that means everything related to horror themes are crowned. Besides the typical name like Insidious, The Conjuring, Do Not Breathe, many people still want to look to a new pleasure of horror, the fear of a prolonged, persistent accompany squash hidden deep as the more frightening. This, only the full-length horror film can treat it. Therefore, this video will introduce you to the 8 most typical, most commendable, and the hottest names in this year when talk about horror theme series. Are you ready? Number 1. American Horror Story. Probably it isn't necessary to introduce when through 6 seasons of American Horror Story is increasingly asserting that it is the king of the village drama series in general and in particular horror series. Built in the anthology style, each season of American Horror Story is a separate story, the context as well as completely different characters, haunted house, psychiatric ward, assembly witches, circus, guest hotels, tribal missing. The only thing that was held back in American Horror Story is extremely excellent cast with loads of small and big prizes in hand. Another fun fact, it is almost a separate but essentially the seasons of American Horror Story movies are actually connected together through a very small chain, dedicated to the loyal fans of the film's self-discovery. Number 2. Salem. The series is told about a town named Salem in the 17th century. It replayed the witch trials, the magic tricks and cunning dark corners deep in the hearts of those who misery in this evil land. Appeared quietly since 2014, but Salem immediately attracted the attention of many people with obsessive gothic style, content and mysterious, charismatic. If you are a person interested in magic rituals, the spiritual charms games or simply want to enjoy a cold feeling after each episode's spine, then this is a suitable option for you. Number 3. Channel Zero. Have you ever read a creepypasta stories and questions about the right and wrong of it? Is a children's TV show has the ability to dictate them to do terrible things that adults must also terrified. Channel Zero is a mini-series with duration only 6 episodes, with the first season revolves around a psychologist back hometown to investigate the disappearance of his twin brother, incidentally realized an association-based terror cases from the past year with a children's show called Candle Cove. Only after the first episode, Channel Zero has received very positive critics and a second season on creepypasta The No End House is also in the process of production. Number 4. The Exorcist. Was inspired by the haunting movie called The Exorcist in 1973's The Exorcist in 2016. This time is a TV series about a family suddenly waves to witness their daughter a demonic being. 2 talented pastors decided to help out, but do not know that they had embarked on a horrific tragedy than all what they can imagine. The beauty of this version is that retain the elements which make up the success of The Exorcist 1973. The film is not just a story about demonic only, it also is the whole question about faith, about the primitive emotions of humans as the most important things in their hearts will almost forever shattered and disappeared. With a score of 8.3/10 on IMDb, probably not say much about the quality as well as the heart of The Exorcist 2016 in this fall. Number 5. Penny Dreadful. Considered as American Horror Story of England, although it doesn't follow the anthology style, Penny Dreadful has shown its excellence as a unique in content and storytelling through 3 completed seasons and compelling film. The characters you often hear in Europe horror stories such as Frankenstein, werewolves, vampires, witches, are gathered fully in Penny Dreadful. They all together weave a haunting and also mighty story. If you are a fan of Eva Green, then please do not hesitate but immediately turn on Penny Dreadful to be immersed in the beauty of her hauntingly, to keep her commitment to a terrifying spiral of suffocation that wonderfully well to flutter. Number 6. Outcast. Coming from the brains who have created The Walking Dead, Outcast is a loud name since it was located within the project. The film tells the story of a boy after the trauma, decided to stand up to learn about the origins of the disaster supernatural horror which always bothering him. With the basic nature of a horror film, Outcast gives the viewers the feeling of chills and trembling from the first minute until the last minute of each episode, and delve into the thoughts and obsessions of a guy with the scars of the soul. Robert Kirkman has confirmed his outstanding talent to exploit inner souls of each character through The Walking Dead, and he was again successful with The Outcast. Kyle Barnes in the film is represented by a soul torn, when the safety of himself and of the people that he loved most is put on the scale at once. Number 8. Scream Queens. Do you like Mean Girls? Do you also like the American Horror Story? Are you also interested in Glee? Congratulations, Scream Queens is here to pamper you. As a comedy, satire horror film, Scream Queens tells of haughty, trendy, useless Chanels but encountered tragic murders are carried out by a masked killer. They will have to stand and fight, but also to keep the standard sticky real hair and skirts must be nice too. Scream Queens actually was created as an exaggerated joke about the disease of young people. Virtual life, the indifferent and the importance of face value are what were slammed deeply Scream Queens. Besides, mysterious content movie with knotted buttons open surprise is also one of the things that creates the weird attraction of Scream Queens, makes the film received a lot of positive feedback from viewers as well as critics. Number 8. Ash vs Evil Dead. Gore and violence, horror, and humor is the best word to describe Ash vs Evil Dead. Being a 3-part series continues cult Evil Dead movie, Ash vs Evil Dead continues writing the story of a man who was accidentally in a silly minute freed hundreds formidable evil things which had been kept in the book. Of course, he had to butt up to solve what he revealed. However, this time, Ash has added the new companions, as well as new enemies with cunning intrigue than any form of brain what he can handle. Together, they have the proper journey, with blood everywhere, and blood everywhere. If you are someone who just wants to go to horror movies simply to enjoy the feeling of entertainment, rather than academic content, this is the number one choice for you. Ash vs Evil Dead is a work of ridiculous, but ridiculous in a full professional way, and that is what has to be appreciated right from the launch.
Thank you for watching my video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe my channel for my latest video.